once if you're alive. Blink once if you're alive.
The whirling roundabout of Plaza d'Espagna is distinguished by its so-called Venetian towers because they are vaguely reminiscent of the bell tower in Venice's St. Mark's Square. The fountain in the center was designed by Josep Maria Pujol, a collaborator of Antoni Gaudí, while Miguel Blay designed the statues. The Museum of National Arts of Catalonia. From vantage points across the city, the bombastic neo-Baroque silhouette of the so-called National Palace can be seen halfway up the slopes of Montjuic. Built for the 1929 World Exhibition and restored in 2005, it houses a vast collection of Catalan art. It was designed by Josep Amargós. The Arenas de Barcelona is a former bull ring turned commercial complex near the Plaza d'Espanya. From the public accessible rooftop, visitors have amazing views over the city. Okay, moving on up the hill to Montjuic.
Montjuic you can get to by going to the subway Parallel. From there you'll take another train about 15 minutes up, and there you will see the castle in Montjuic.
We're on our way to Castel de Montjuic. We're taking a local tram, and what I read is that it reaches heights up to 70 meters. So if you look around, we're pretty high up. The oldest site of the Montjuic is the Castle de Montjuic, a large 18th century fortress. It was built by the Bourbons on the remains of a fort dating back to 1640, originally built for the defense of Barcelona but only used against the city at the foot of the hill. The fortress long housed the military museum. The museum closed in 2009, and after a renovation it would be used for cultural activities.
Barcelona, definitely want to hit up the beaches there. They have about 8 kilometers of beaches that run from Port Vell to Port Olympic. They have some spectacular restaurants, pubs, bars, all along the beach. Portions of the beach, you don't have to wear clothing, it's optional. It's a great place to relax. The weather is perfect, it's Mediterranean weather. That the sand is impeccable rather. It's a great place to hang out and chill, especially later on in the day after you finish touring the city a little bit.
Santa Maria del Mar, of the Church of St. Mary of the Sea, was built in the 14th century during the medieval heyday of Catalonia when Barcelona was the capital of the Mediterranean Empire. The church is considered the most impressive example of Catalan Gothic architecture.
We're heading to the Ramblas, so keep your wallets and your iPhones and everything in your pocket. Might get jacked.
the most famous street in Barcelona. The wide boulevard connects the Columbus Monument and the city's waterfront with Plaça de Catalunya, a busy square where locals tend to meet before heading out. The often crowded street is popular with tourists and locals alike. The middle part of the Rambla is pedestrianized and bordered by trees. Kiosks, flower stalls, street artists, and pickpocket artists are in abundance. Traffic passes on either side of the pedestrian area. There's no better way to end this day than a visit to La Boqueria. The Market de la Boqueria is the most popular of many food markets in Barcelona. The market hall at the Rambla de Sant Josep often attracts large crowds, both locals and tourists. The name of the market presumably stems from the word boc, which means goat, since goat meat was sold here as early as the 13th century. The market hall's official name is Market de Sant Josep, a reference to the St. Josep convent that was built at this site in 1593 for the Carmelites. Okay, so we made it to the other end of La Rambla. This is Plaça Catalunya, a large plaza surrounded by monumental buildings and is Barca's busiest square. It is located between the Old City and the 19th century Example District. When we come back, we'll leave the hustle and bustle of Barca and head 50 kilometers northwest to Montserrat Mountain.